From the station putting local first, this is KTSM 9 News at 10.
Tonight, crews are continuing to battle the McBride fire in Ruidoso. Here is video showing a helicopter grabbing some water to drop over hotspots. Over the next several days, hundreds of fire personnel are expected to arrive to the area to help fight those flames. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. I'm Natasha Paloma.
And I'm Andy Morgan. Officials say the McBride fire, which started on Tuesday, is still 0% contained and is moving north and northeast at this hour. Mandatory evacuations remain in place for several areas as crews work to contain the fire.
To the fact that people have been displaced from their homes, and we know that people really want to get back to their homes. We currently are not planning to lift the evacuations. Again, we just want to make sure that it's safe before we do that.
Now here's a look at the last update that we received overnight. We learned that 2 people were killed by the fire. Their remains were found inside their burned home. More than 200 homes have been destroyed, and officials say that is not counting other structures. The electric utility, P&M, says it is working to restore power to 3,000 homes by the end of the night.
And tonight we have our crew standing by in Ruidoso. KTSM 9 News reporter Shelby Kapp spoke with some of those people who lost their homes.
Yeah, that's right, Shelby. What's the latest up there?
Well, you are looking at flames on the mountain here in Ruidoso tonight. Those same flames burning down resident TJ Montano's home, and he was burned when that fire started. He was flown to Lubbock for treatment. We did hear that he was released today, but I spoke with his friend who lived on the same property who says everything is gone.
And it's just all gone now. I've lived on that piece of property since I was born, and I'm 30, you know, it's all gone.
She says in pictures of the damage, TJ's truck can be seen burned with the door open.
The best I can make of the situation, because he has burns on his hands, head, and back, so I'm thinking that he went back for the dogs.
But the dogs have not been found. Here you can see TJ's daughter Presley with their dogs. Now, when the fire broke out, TJ was at home and his daughter was being evacuated from school, but his daughter is safe.
So we were trying to get TJ and his daughter, and both their phones went straight to voicemail.
Another resident, Larry Puryear, says he was at work at Walmart when the fire started and called his neighbor.
I asked him about the trailers and everything, and he said, Larry, your trailer's gone. He said, mine's on fire now. He said if he would have been a couple of minutes later, he would have had a hard time getting to his wife and 2 kids.
Larry says his 2 beloved dogs were in his trailer.
Buttons was a min pin, and I've had her. She was a family pet. You know, we got her as a pup, and she'd fit in the palm of your hand, and she would sleep here. And then Pierre, he was my daughter's dog.
Larry getting very emotional during that interview, talking about his dogs. Now, both Larry and the friend of TJ say that they haven't even actually been able to go up themselves and see the damage because the roads have been blocked off. Now, that picture that we were able to see from the damage from TJ's home was actually because some family members are firefighters, and they actually sent that picture to the family. Andy, Natasha?
Shelby, we've had that issue too, trying to get to other spots that have been devastated by the fire. Of course, we can't get up there right now. Yesterday when I went there, Shelby, we saw this large plume of thick smoke out in the sky. So what are you seeing right now there on the ground?
So I heard you all saying, you know, about how this fire is moving north and northeast, and that's definitely what we're seeing. If you take a look on the mountain there, you can see it behind me, and it just seems to be moving more and more farther that way to the east, but then to the north where we kind of lose it on the other side of those mountains there, so we can't really see it. So we kind of just see these patches of smoke during the day. Sometimes some flames come through at night. We see these burning embers out here, and when we zoom in, we can kind of see those flames, but it's kind of scattered right now and kind of moving out of our vision here. But those roads, as I mentioned, still closed. We can't really get very close to it as they're still working to fight this fire.
All right, Shelby Cap reporting in Ruidoso for us, getting all those first-hand accounts of what people are experiencing over there. Thank you so much for your coverage, Shelby. And the village of Ruidoso is still accepting donations, but say they have all been overwhelmed with physical items. So if you'd like to help, you can still make monetary donations. You can contact the Ruidoso Valley Chamber of Commerce at the number you see right there. That's 575-257-7395.
People in Ruidoso community are coming together in their greatest time of need. Today, workers at an Albertson store rallied together to provide food for those who lost everything in the form of a cookout. The store's director said it was more important for them to help those who have been displaced by this fire than to worry about products or inventory.
We have a great team. We've surrounded each other, with great teamwork and compassion for one another. And we've had a lot of team members affected. Some have lost their houses. So when you put it into a grand perspective, it's much less compared to people losing their houses. I could care less about the product.
Volunteers expect more people to come their way as the fire inches closer to homes in the northeast part of village of Ruidoso. For updates on the New Mexico wildfires, head on over to KTSM.com. We've got you covered there as well.